Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. It is great to see you. We're glad that you're here. If we haven't met, first off, why haven't we met? My name is Dustin Gehring. I'm the very proud principal here at White Oak Middle School. And I would tell you, I hope that your kids are coming home telling you how awesome this place is. We have had a fantastic start to the year, okay? And it is thanks to kiddos like these, and these in the back, and my staff that are all jumping in to make this place a great, great place. Speaking of making this place a great, great place, we got a very important thing coming up on November 3rd. I'm sure you've heard of it. If you haven't got a door drop yet, you're probably getting one soon. We have a levy on the ballot. And I hope that you'll go out and have your voice heard and speak nice and loud about the things that you want to keep going around this district and around this school, as well as the things that we want to continue to build. Just a couple real quick highlights, and I will not take very long. Just very important ones here. First off, we're building 3 new elementaries. Welch, Pleasant Run, Taylor, Weigel, and Struble will be combined into 3 buildings. Going K-5 again, going back traditional neighborhood type elementary. Okay, so we're excited about that. Renovations and air conditioning at a couple different places, and yes, they put the numbers together for White Oak Middle School. They haven't made me a promise yet, and I keep knocking on the door. They keep not answering me yet, but they said that they've looked into the numbers. We're on that list as the next couple years go, that we should see some of those things happening. So we got some pretty exciting things going on, and I don't want to read this whole thing to you. I would love for you to grab one of these on your way out. Okay, it goes through some of the questions and answers that you might have about the upcoming levy. They will be on the stand as you leave this evening. Second announcement, pie orders are due tomorrow for our PTA. How many of you have sold at least one pie? Fantastic, thank you for jumping in. I know there was some competition. I've heard numbers like 40. I've heard numbers like 50. But hearing bigger numbers in this group here. I hear a 74, okay? And so our PTA does a great, great job, and our kids do a great job of jumping in. And we'll see who has it tomorrow. They are due tomorrow with money, okay, first thing in the morning. Third announcement, then I'll get on to these kiddos, which is why you're here. Thursday night, we have an absolutely free event, okay? The Taste of White Oak. It's brand new. It's put on by our PTA, and it is a cooking contest as well as a tasting contest. So even if you don't bring a dish, you get to taste all of them. And there's some really, really good stuff going on. Chili, barbecue, cookies, pies, all kinds of stuff. Games for the kids, a lot of fun. Okay? Looking to have a ton of fun with this thing, and we hope that everybody comes out and just has a good time, laughing and just being a community. I hope that you join us. I will tell you, I get to walk by this room 15, 20 times a day as I'm doing my rounds around the building, and I would tell you these kiddos have been working really hard. And Ms. McDonough often will run down to the lunchroom and tell me some exciting news about something that you did. And I'm like, I don't know what any of that means, but it sounds awesome. Okay? And I just shake my head. That's great. Sometimes I'll go in and they'll play a piece and like, do you hear? And they'll use some Latin word. And I'm like, yeah, I do. I hear it all. It's beautiful. Sometimes I pretend like I know what I'm talking about and I give them advice and they look at me like, oh, Mr. Gary. Oh, we love you, but you don't know what you're talking about. Stick with single legs and double legs and wrestling terminology such as that. But they work very hard. Boy, you will see a great improvement from those of you that saw that 5th grade concert. It changes drastically as they get to do it every single day. Miss McDonough, that has nothing to do with your talent. You're an amazing teacher. It's the everyday piece that changes them from 5th grade, because she said, I teach them in 5th grade. I know that you do, and you do a wonderful job. And it changes so much as they get more time with her. Boy, we are blessed. We are absolutely blessed to have a fantastic teacher here at White Oak that gives everything she has to these kiddos, loves music, is a musician herself. Okay, you can see her down in some of the German festivals, things of that nature, and just loves everything about this culture and loves your kids like crazy. She loves your kids like crazy. Let's have a big round of applause for our director tonight.
Now, in front of you here is your sixth grade orchestra, and they're going to start the program with a Rockin' Strings. It's kind of a bluesy type song. So, concert position. Piece. I would like for all of my, I call them my newbies. We have quite a few kids that started just this past school year, just the beginning of the school year. And they're already catching up to the ones who started last year. So if I could have all of my newbies stand up. Mentored them along. They're awesome. Okay, next piece. A little bit harder. Can y'all see me over your screen? Sure. Okay.
This, because this is done, always thinks outside the box. She came to me and said, hey, do you think, I'm already like, yep, do it. Because I just like taking a risk and doing something crazy. But she has brought a couple fog machines for some of the later songs. But so those of you that maybe on the first row, if you have breathing issues, make sure during one of the transitions you make a move for yourself, because the fogs will be rolling on in. Because she'll have to take a chance, take a risk. I thought that we've done that to make sure they're all prepared.
Okay, it's the last song, and it's about 2.5 minutes long. And it's supposed to stay near the floor, but just in case. Hopefully it won't go through. Okay, here we go. And then they come down and they practice during their lunchtime, during their little bit of social time. So let's say if you have come down and spent at least 10 days, 10 days this quarter in the orchestra room at lunch, stand up. At least 10 days. Okay, our last piece, sword dance. Now, while the sixth graders are filing out and sitting in the front row, and the seventh graders are going to come up and take their places, we have a surprise for you. We have a sixth grader, Elijah Thacker, who not only is a piano player and a cello player, but he is also a composer. He has written a piece of music for the piano, and it is, yet still untitled, correct? We haven't found a name for it yet, so we are open to suggestions. So if you think of a good name for this piece of music, let us know. Consider it. So, can I have, before you start, Elijah, can I have all the sixth graders, why don't you head out that way? And the seventh graders will come up. make it go green. Huh? What's he saying? Well, I am. I can't go green. Okay. The next piece we're going to play has a story behind it. It's called The Charming Snake, because this snake can't decide if it wants to be charming.
That's a bad
What did you do?
I turned it on. The batteries are going dead, but you'll be okay.
He can't decide if he wants to be a charming snake or an evil snake. So, when you hear the music in a major key, when it sounds happy and very classical-like, very Mozart-like, that's when he's listening to the good one over here. But then every once in a while, he'll think he's going to do something sinister, and then it'll change to a minor key. So, it's very hard to play. It's a key switching key signatures. These guys do it really well. This is the Charming Snake. gonna come up. And we're gonna call Elijah back up. 'Cause he has another piece he's gonna play for you while we're transitioning. But this one has a name. You wanna tell him the name? Waterfall. This one has a name. It's called Waterfall. And like I said, he is amazing. No music. Oh, this one you use music for? I've never seen him use music for this one. And his sister, are you gonna have to turn pages? Do you have it memorized? Reflections. So we'll see how far he goes this year. Elijah, you are incredible. You okay here? All right. Eighth grade orchestra is going to start. They're going to start with Ding Dong, Which is Death from The Wizard of Oz. Whoa! It's the Bach Toccata in D minor.
You know what I think it is, guys? I think it's the fans. The fans are drawing it up. Well, I want to thank everybody for putting up with our little antics up here. We will have a reception in just a little bit, but I want to thank a few people. I want to thank, of course, Mr. G for being here, and our teachers. We had teachers get here early, help us up the steps, I want to thank the sixth grade parents because they're providing our reception down in the cafeteria. I want to thank the custodians for their help setting up and tearing down. And a big, I don't even know what to say about you, Elijah. You are crazy good. Thank you so much for doing this. So, I'm going to let all of the performers take their things down. Some of you might want to make a couple trips. If maybe a parent wants to come and help with the big instruments, the basics, that would be, oh, and Rachel, this was her idea to play the bass guitar on Thriller. Nice job, Rachel.
Because it'll be closer.
Do you think you'd consider calling it the ballerina in the music box? The piece of your